Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we'll be trying to answer the question of if you should take Starlight Elena to 140. If you like this kind of content, definitely be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment, especially if you feel like I missed anything. Now right now, Starlight Elena is probably like the heart and soul of Light. She's always really been a good PvP unit, and even beyond that, she's honestly still really good for PvE. Looking at her bestowed effects, you can see that she gets slash pin, she gets some dark resistance, and although I'd like to say that this is a good upgrade, it's extremely niche, and I feel like with everything that Dark has, it just really works against her, especially if they have the right things. It's going to be really easy to stack accuracy, and altogether Dark is just really scary right now. So we will definitely have to go in depth with Starlight Elena and kind of figure out where's her place and just how she's really going to just still find a way to succeed. Before leaving the page, I did want to say that HP is going to be important, magic, accuracy, look, dex, of course, but with this one, you're definitely going to want to try and get as much evasion as possible. I'm not going to say go crazy with re-rolling, but I would try to get that evade stat as high as possible. It would really help. The ability that got upgraded is I've tempered my resolve. This is going to give her courage, but I think the main stat that you're really looking at here is the accuracy rate, and although I can see her taking on dark teams, especially if she has the right team setup, what I feel Starlight is going to do best is just taking on other evade teams. Some skills I did want to highlight is Evildoers Beware. This is something you will always leave on. This is raising her evasion rate, lowering her AP consumption. It's just an absolute must. Lux Overflow, in my opinion, is not bad. I would probably leave this on just because it raises her light attack, and it'll kind of just save some AP. Maybe this will be enough to kill somebody. And in all honesty, when it comes down to Iridescent Blade, as well as Crystal Shine Bright, I would probably just leave all of this on. It's just really important for her to have access to her full kit. The only one I would be kind of cautious of is Stella Maris. This is something that she'll go into over anything. Even if she's not near allies, she will try to use this every single time. And although the buff I would say is pretty important, if she's not going into courage, she's not going to get that accuracy buff. So that's something I would definitely try to be wary of. It may really depend on the map, and she's already kind of somebody who needs a little bit of ramp up time. As far as her sub-main job, I think Star Supernova is actually pretty good. It is an AoE that bestows Man-Eater, but at the same time, I think the range is kind of just iffy. And the other skill that you get in here, I just feel like it's not really all that worth it. So truly, I would only recommend Kododama because of Unavailable Pain. This is her guaranteed hit. It's not going to deal a lot of damage, but man, I feel like if you're going up against evasion teams, it's going to be enough to kill them. And personally for me, I feel like her main kit is just so good that this is the only skill you'd really want to leave on. Have her go into her courage and then raise her evasion, and I feel like that's all you really need from her. As far as her support goes, you definitely want to use Champion of Estrella. This is going to raise her agility, her slash pin, as well as her evasion. It's pretty straightforward, and I don't recommend you not using it. Something else you can use is Sharp Mind. This will also raise her spirit pin and raising her accuracy, making it a little bit easier to hit those evasion teams without needing to go into a guaranteed hit. But I feel like if you're not having difficulty with accuracy, just having that outright magic stat is going to be good. She's a DPS, so the more damage that she's able to deal, the better off she's going to be. So another thing this may depend on is just who you're targeting. And personally for me, I just use Stilled Ephemeral. I feel like it's just a little bit more universal. Looking at her limit break, this is going to lower reaction ability, so if you're facing somebody like Tesaro, this will definitely kind of come in clutch, or maybe you're possibly facing somebody with reflex. It's also a 3-hit AoE, so this is going to be really good for just trying to stack a chain. So even if it doesn't kill anybody, you can maybe set up a different teammate. It's also going to lower that agility, so you got to keep that in mind as well. I personally try to keep Starlight as fast as possible, just so that she has a really good chance of capitalizing off of this. And when looking at her master ability, you can see that she has that magic, she has the agility. And I feel like Light is at their best when they just blitz everybody down. So overall, Elena used to be a terror whenever she first came out. She was evasive, she had the courage, she had a lot of things that were just working for her. Light has some really good cards that just complemented everything that she wanted to do. All the buffs that she got kind of makes it a really good counter to go up against evasion. And to answer the question of if you should take her to 140, I would have to still say yes. Even though she's not as much of a PvP beast as she used to be, I feel like she still has so much to offer when it comes to guild raid. She's an extremely good chainer, she can lower agility, and Light does have a lot of units that can just capitalize off of that. And I feel like personally she's just better off running with the tank, or have somebody else that she can just kind of go with as far as evasion goes. She's still absolutely one of my favorite units when it comes to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius side. I personally would have loved to have seen her get some evasion or some luck, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take it easy.